Okay, so this is going to be a second session on Fusion SCM online training. So this is going to be today agenda. We'll talk about Fusion applications and what is the meaning of cloud computing, and Fusion Cloud, and what are the different service options or service cloud service options are available from Oracle for the clients. We'll see that. We'll talk about on-premise and cloud and differences, and I'll take you through the few points related to technology, functional or application related changes. Then we'll talk about what is the architecture and the Fusion applications and enterprise structure. And I have a few slides to take you through the how the user interface looks like in the Fusion applications. Okay, the first point is, what does it mean by Fusion applications? Okay, to understand that, let's look at few ERP products in the market. So we have many ERP products, but here I taken the few examples. We have a JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, Siebel, and Oracle EBS. When you look at specific ERP products, we have a different solutions available from each and every ERP products. Okay, when you look at JD Edwards offering solutions like order management, financial management, project management, asset lifecycle management, and manufacturing management. There are many other solutions also JD Edwards is providing, but I just listed few for our discussion. When you look at PeopleSoft is offering supply chain management, human capital management, HCM, financial management, supplier relationship management, and Siebel, CRM, customer relationship management, enterprise resource management, partner relationship management, and many other uh, solutions are available with Siebel. And when you talk about Oracle EPS, we have SCM, CRM, financials, projects, and many other solutions are available. So this is how from each ERP which is available in the market, they are offering the different ERP solutions. Okay, fine. Now, if you take example of specific client requirements, say one client is looking for the listed solution. So say as per their business, they need SCM, HCM, CRM, financials, and some reporting tools they need. So if this is a requirement from any client, the big question is which is the right ERP for them. So which ERP they have to choose? There are many ERP solutions available in the market, but which ERP is right ERP? So to answer that question, let's look into this slide. So when you look at different ERP products and what are the best solutions available from each and every product, this is how just you can find the information. When you look at JD Edwards, so from JD Edwards, the best solution which you can find is order management. Not only order management, from financial side also there are very good solution, part of piece of solutions are available. But just let's pick one specific area from each ERP product. JD Edwards, you can say order management is a very good solution. And when you talk about PeopleSoft, HCM, human capital management, is very popular solution which is available. And Siebel, CRM, and Oracle, very specialized solution is financials. Now, as per this client requirement, if they are looking for SCM, HCM, CRM, financials, and some reporting solutions, which is the best ERP to pick from listed ERPs? So that means they have to take the license from JD Edwards for order management, and for HCM they have to take the license from PeopleSoft. For CRM solutions, from Siebel. For financial management, they have to take the license from Oracle EBS. That means they have to take the license from the different vendors, and when they are taking the license from the different vendors, they have to invest a lot of money, and they have to maintain the different technical teams to manage the different ERP products. And again, they have to build the integration between all these applications, and they have to invest a lot, and there will be lot many interfaces, customizations, and many things they have to do to take the advantage of different ERP products where which the solutions which they are looking for. So this is going to be definitely a big challenge for any organization who are looking for the best ERP which is available in the market. So we have many ERPs, but as per client requirement, to give you the best what they are expecting from the ERP for the respective business operations or solutions which they are looking for, frankly speaking, there is no one ERP which can cater, which can support all their different areas of business process. So specific area is specialized from different ERP product, but from one ERP. If you look at Oracle EBS is very good for financials. But when you talk about CRM solution, so when you compare Oracle EBS CRM solution with Siebel, it's a very poor solution we have as a part of Oracle. And in the same way, HCM human capital management, it's a very matured and very advanced solution, so which will definitely fit for any company. HCM human capital management business process, which they are going to manage in the system environment. In the same way, from different ERPs, different solutions are very much popular and they are doing really good. But when you talk about these different products, okay, if any client, if you take this example, if this client is looking for all these solutions, there is no one ERP which can cater all those expectations. So because of this is a challenge in the market, what Oracle did is Oracle acquired different ERP products. So the JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, Siebel, anyway, Oracle EBS is owned by Oracle. So Hyperion, Primavera, all these products Oracle acquired. So earlier JD Edwards, now after Oracle acquisition, that is Oracle JD Edwards. In the same way, PeopleSoft is Oracle PeopleSoft, Siebel is Oracle Siebel, and Hyperion. It's a reporting tool, not only for reporting, for financial management and reporting and planning, budgeting. For all these solutions, Hyperion is the best product in the market, and Primavera for project management. Okay, I just listed few products here which Oracle acquired. Anyway, Oracle EBS is their own product. Apart from that, the listed other products are acquired by Oracle. Not only these products, Oracle acquired many other products. Not only just product, many technologies also the Oracle acquired. Okay, so just this is the point we have to understand. After acquiring all these products, what they did is, if you look at this slide, the JD Edwards, as we discussed, say OM is very best solution, and from PeopleSoft human capital management, HCM, from Siebel CRM, and Oracle EBS financials, from Oracle Hyperion. So Hyperion, when you talk about Hyperion, whatever the solutions available in Hyperion, that is the best in the market. And when you talk about Primavera, PPM, project portfolio management, from these different products, these are the different ERPs, and Hyperion and Primavera, you can say enterprise solutions. Okay, so from these different ERP products, what Oracle did is they taken best out of the different ERP products. That means, say from JD Edwards, they taken what is the best solutions available from the different solutions which are there, and from PeopleSoft they taken HCM solution, from Siebel they taken CRM solution, from EBS they taken financials, from Hyperion they taken the reporting and planning and budgeting capabilities, from Primavera they taken portfolio management PPM solution. By taking the best solutions from the different ERP products, they built application called as fusion applications. Now if any client is going to use fusion applications, they are going to get best for the respective areas which they are selecting as per their business requirement. So this is the meaning of Oracle fusion applications. It's not a one product legacy. It's they taken the solutions from the different legacies, I mean to say different product, different ERP products, and they built one application called as fusion application, and they built the environment where these different solutions which are going to be part of fusion application can talk each other. That kind of platform they built by using the middleware technology. So this is what just we have to understand the meaning of fusion application. That means the different products they fused into one suite of application. Now they are providing the solution as a fusion application. Now if you are going to choose financials and HCM and CRM solution for our business operations, okay, business operation system, you are going to get all as a part of Fusion application. But when you look at the background of those applications, the financials from EBS and HCM from, I mean, the HCM they taken from PeopleSoft, and CRM they taken from Siebel. And when I talk about our SCM supply chain management, they taken some piece of solutions from the different other products, and rest they taken from EBS only. That's how we have all the different solutions taken from the different products. Now everything is available under suite of Fusion applications. So this is what we have to understand, what is the meaning of Fusion applications. So any question here, please? Okay, fine. Any question here, please? Okay, fine. So that's it. This is what we have to understand, the meaning of Fusion applications. Now the next point is cloud. What does it mean by cloud? We know what is the meaning of cloud. We see cloud every day. So why they use this term and why they link this term to technology? So when you talk about cloud, it's all about, it is lightweight. It's a lightweight where we can find cloud. You can go anywhere there, you can find the cloud. So it's a very lightweight, and you can find cloud anywhere and everywhere. But here when you talk about technology, the cloud meaning is internet. Okay, the cloud, the actual definition is internet, but reality is just there is a connectivity to the actual cloud also. But here actual technology point of view, cloud means internet. How it is, what does it mean by the cloud and the cloud technology, just we'll look into that points. So when you talk about cloud computing, so what is the meaning of cloud computing? Anyone can define this cloud computing? Any idea on this? What do you mean by cloud computing? What does it mean? Here cloud means internet. Anyone please? Okay, no issues. So when you talk about cloud computing, these are the different terms which we come across. So it's a user base and data models, services, systems, and the open. I mean, so different the software centers and the different. These all terms will refer cloud computing. The reality, what is the meaning of cloud computing? Cloud computing meaning is very simple. It's all about internet based access. Okay, simple point, you can take internet based access. Okay, it's all about internet based access. If you are going to use any application, that will be accessing through internet. When you say internet, you can access from anywhere. So apart from this, what else we have to understand when you talk about cloud computing? Let's look into that. See, just look at this definition. When you talk about cloud computing, it's all about the practice of using the network of remote servers hosted on the internet to store or manage and process the data rather than a local server or personal computer. So the require, I mean, whatever the business has need or somebody want to have access. In cloud computing, what happens is we'll be accessing the server through internet. That is the first point. The second very important point is when you talk about cloud computing, yes, the first point is we always access the system through internet, the application through internet. The second very important point is where the application is going to be reside. The applications are going to be in the virtual servers. The applications are going to be in the virtual servers. If you are going to use any application, generally if you take example of EBS, so generally we'll deploy the server. Within the server, our DBA will install our application, and that server will be located in some location, say in India or US or UK, some country or some specific location. The server will be residing. Users will be accessing from the different locations. So when users are going to access from the different locations, since the server is physically located in particular location, definitely there will be some, I mean, when user is trying to access, so server has to respond from the specific physical location. So instead of using that technique, what in cloud computing what we can do is the servers can be placed in the internet as a source. So wherever you have internet, okay, you can think your server is available there. So from any time, from anywhere, you can have a immediate connectivity and you can have a great user interface. Servers always accessible. Again, there is different options within that. We'll talk on that. Okay, so that's how instead of maintaining the physical servers, we can have a virtual servers. Within the virtual servers, we can have our applications, and that will get connected through internet. Okay, through that internet technique, we'll be able to access servers from anywhere, anytime. That would be very, very faster access, since that is there as a source of internet. So that is the actual meaning of cloud computing. So here other point which we have to understand is, so just let's look at this point. So our servers are going to be in the internet. Here cloud represents internet. So our servers are going to be as a part of internet source. So whatever the products you have, like it can be ERP or accounting or mobility, just many other CRM applications. There could be different applications. So what are the applications you have as a part of your virtual machine, virtual server? Those can be accessed from the different devices from anytime, from anywhere, through internet access. You have to be get connected to internet, and you'll have a very just the it's a totally different how the user experience is going to be changed. So in the normal general case, if you any user is going to submit on request, that has to be actually physically, it has to go and submit to the it has to be submitted to physical server and take some time. It has to respond again, that information has to be passed through the who is requesting to happen. All those things, so everything is going to be with communicating with the physical servers is time taking, and user experience or what is the browsing time, and it could gives very bad experience for the user. If you are going to use access any application with this cloud computing technique, so it's a very quick access. You can say it's not there in somewhere, it's there with you. That's how you will be able to access to any application or any kind of data source which you are looking or which you are connecting, which you are working. So this is how just you can have a servers, or say you can have your application related servers in the internet as a source. Okay, you will be able to connect from anywhere, anytime, by using the internet as an interface. So that is the meaning of cloud computing. Now what is the meaning of Oracle Cloud? So cloud computing means the servers will be residing in the internet, not in some physical location. So these kind of services can be provided by Oracle. So Oracle also going to provide that kind of services. Now if you are going to, when we are using Oracle EBS, generally we just buy the server infrastructure and we'll get the technical team who can install that application. Then we'll take the license for the product, and that will install in the server. And we need a technical team will look after that server maintenance and some network admin, and we have to get some technical team to manage the server. So instead of doing all this, what Oracle is going to do is, Oracle is going to take care of all these activities. Oracle is going to take care of all these responsibilities. What we have to do is just we have to pay and we can use that service from Oracle. So what Oracle is going to do is, if you are going to use, if you want to implement supply chain management for your organization, just you can take the subscription from Oracle. Oracle is going to provide some virtual machine, virtual server for you as internet as a source. Then you can connect and you can do the implementation, and you can start using any sort of maintenance activities will be done by Oracle only. You no need to hire any DBA, and you no need to have any technical team who can manage that server. Just you have to pay for the subscription, then you can get the team who can implement. Then users will start using. If any issues, will be your functional team will be supporting for the users, and any patch application or any sort of other activities, everything will be done by Oracle Cloud team only. That means Oracle is offering, okay, cloud services. Cloud services means Oracle is going to provide virtual servers for the clients. Within the virtual servers, they'll be just maintaining the application, whatever we are going to subscribe. Here the point is, if you are going to install the product in our physical servers, you have to take the license. But if you are going to opt these cloud services from Oracle, you no need to take the license, just you have to take the subscription from Oracle. And you can pay based on the number of users who are going to connect to the system to manage to work on that business process related activities. So that is the meaning of Oracle Cloud. That means Oracle also offering the cloud services. That means they are providing the virtual servers based on our requirement. Okay. So when you talk about this cloud services, we have three options available from Oracle or any other cloud computing cloud service providers. Not only from Oracle, if somebody is providing, some organizations are providing cloud services from any organization, you can find these three different services. Okay, before we get into this, any questions here, please? Do you have any questions to understand what is the meaning of Oracle Cloud or cloud computing? Fine, no questions. So when you talk about cloud computing, we have three different services any cloud computing company can provide. Those are SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. SaaS stands for software as a service, PaaS stands for platform as a service, IaaS stands for infrastructure as a service. So depending on client requirement, they'll be choosing. Say for example, we are going to implement SCM, finance, and HCM for one of our client. When we are going to do the implementation, now which option we have to choose, which service we have to, for which service we have to take the subscription from Oracle, that we have to decide. So on first of all, first we'll see what is the meaning of SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS, so that you will be able to take the better decision depending on the client need. Okay, so SaaS stands for software as a service, PaaS stands for platform as a service, IaaS stands for infrastructure as a service. When you look at these three models or services or adoptions, you can call these as a different three adoptions are available. So when you look at these three services, see the first one is SaaS. SaaS means software as a service. In case of SaaS, you can take the subscription for different products. You don't need to maintain any server. Okay, just server and everything, server and application, everything will be managed by Oracle only. You have to pay and you have to use that. So for that, you can go with the SaaS model. In case of SaaS, you will be consuming, you'll be using that application. Say you are going to take the subscription, there is no point of license in this case. When you talk about cloud, there is no concept of taking the license. It's always subscription. Based on usage, you'll be paying to the cloud service provider. So if you go with the SaaS, SaaS stands for software as a service. So from cloud service provider, will have a just, they'll maintain the servers, they'll maintain the operating system, they'll maintain the application. When you talk about application, say you are taking the subscription for SCM and financials. So in that case, they'll maintain everything. What we will be doing, just will be using. So as per your business requirement, if you want to do any customizations are not allowed if you are going to take the subscription for SaaS model. Okay, in case of SaaS, however Oracle is providing the standard application, you can configure and you can use. That's it. As per your business requirement, you cannot add some new functionality or you cannot do any modifications. But when we are going to use as it is, Oracle will allow you to define the reports. You can develop new reports. Developing new report doesn't come under the product customization. It's all about to just get the data how you are expecting to see. You'll be developing the reports. Here the customization means we have to understand you will be developing the new functionality or you will be enhancing some existing functionality. That is not allowed if any client is going to opt SaaS model. Okay, and if any client is choosing this SaaS as a cloud option, what is the advantage? Okay, so if somebody is going to take this SaaS service, for them Oracle will do the upgrade automatically whenever they release new version. Okay, now the current running version is say 12. Okay, later if Oracle is going to release the next version, so we no need to do the separate activity called as upgrade. That upgrade will be done by Oracle only, since you are using the product as it is, how Oracle is providing. You are not doing any customization, so it's easy for them to upgrade from current version, later previous version to latest version. But if you go with the PaaS model, in PaaS model, Oracle will allow you to build the new applications. They'll give you the flexibility where you can develop new applications. That say you are going to subscribe SCM, finance, and let's take simple example, SCM and financials. When you take the subscription for SCM and financials, if there is any business requirement which demands to develop some new functionality in purchasing application or order management or inventory application, so you'll have a flexibility. You can get the developer who can develop the functionality by using the ADF. Say in the Fusion case, all the applications, what are the applications, what are the functionalities will be using within the Fusion, or are built with ADF technology. So you can get one ADF developer. The ADF developer can develop the new functionality that you can deploy in the cloud environment, and you can use in the respective business process or in particular application how you are expecting to include that function within your business process. So you'll get a flexibility of building the new functionality, or altogether you can build new applications. If you go with a PaaS, that is a possible. But the disadvantage is, if Oracle will come up with a new release, your environment, your PaaS environment cannot be upgraded automatically by Oracle. You have to take initiative for upgrading, how generally we do the upgrades in our EBS. Similar way, you have to take the responsibility of looking after all the upgrade related engagement. So that's a big difference between SaaS and PaaS. In case of SaaS, you'll be using as these, but still you can do the customization for report customizations we can do, but functionality customizations we cannot do in the SaaS environment. The advantage is, so Oracle will auto upgrade the entire environment for which are the applications you take in the subscription. If you go with the PaaS, so what Oracle is going to do, Oracle is going to allow you to do the some application development. They'll provide the platform where you can go and do some additional development. You may just develop altogether new application, custom application you can build, that you can deploy in the PaaS model, PaaS environment, that you can integrate or you can connect with the existing Oracle Fusion applications, and you can use within the process. Up to that level, in the cloud environment, within the virtual server, you can do all this, Oracle will support. But the disadvantage is, you cannot, you are just, Oracle is not going to upgrade your environment to latest version, because you have, I mean, in case of PaaS, we are going to have some customizations. Oracle cannot look after all the customization, how you did, where it will impact, and these and all Oracle cannot take the responsibility. That is the reason, if you want to go with, if you want to move to the latest version, we have to take the responsibility of moving to the next latest version. Of course, Oracle will provide the patching, they will help us, but we have to look after all those uh, issues which we come up, and the latest version will allow the previous version of customizations or not. These and all we have to look after. And the third option is IaaS. In case of IaaS, see here, if you look at this, the total, just everything will be managed by Oracle. But here, this Oracle will manage that operating system and server. Within that application access, full access they'll be providing. So we can manage that application by building the new application or by changing the existing. Anything you can just play with the application. But when you talk about IaaS, the complete server control will be there with Oracle, and you'll have a control on your applications, which you will be getting from Oracle based on your subscription, and your operating system. These two you can have a complete control, and you can manage everything. But server, the cloud virtual servers will be provided by Oracle. When you talk about IaaS, you can just take the IaaS service option from Oracle. You can install any applications in this server environment, and you can start using. Before you go and install any application in the server environment, you can choose which operating system you want to use. Okay, if you go with this option, what are the applications you are getting from Oracle, you'll be able to use it. You cannot do any changes. If you go with a PaaS model, whatever you get from Oracle, you will be able to use it. Along with that, you can develop some new applications, and you can use it within the given operating system environment, or called as middleware. And if you go with IaaS, it's a hosting. You are taking the hosting service. So with IaaS, if you take for future applications, you'll be getting the applications and the operating system, and on top of it, you will have a flexibility to choose operating system, as well as you can install any other third-party applications also into the server environment. You can make them to communicate by building the respective interfacing or other logics. So this is how like will be, I mean, these are the different options are available. When you go with first option, SaaS, within the SaaS also we have just this option IaaS. That means servers we have, but we cannot touch that. Okay, but if you want to have a some, I mean, server level, like application installations and operating system, if you want to choose before you go and use this Oracle application or any other application, you have to go with IaaS. Your requirement is just whatever Oracle is providing, you want to use. By implementing the solution as per your business requirement, you can go with the SaaS. And if you want to do slight modifications to the product, or if you want to create new third part, I mean, customized application, you can go with the PaaS. And along with that customizations, if you want to choose different operating system, and again if you want to install some other products also into the same server, you best option is you can choose IaaS. Now if you look at the market, the most of the clients are going with the SaaS model. The reason is, the big advantage which they can get is the auto upgrade. Okay, when they just look at the current product which is available and their business requirement, there could be few gaps, but those can be managed with workarounds. But going forward, Oracle is going to help. For each release, they are going to upgrade their environment to latest version. That's how they can take the advantage of SaaS model. So most of the clients are using SaaS. Very rarely you can see PaaS. IaaS, it's a very rare option where somebody will choose. Any questions on this, please?
On PaaS, what are the real-time scenarios when, I mean, if you take supply chain, what are the real-time scenarios where one will go for PaaS model?
It can be anything. You can some customizations. Whatever the customizations you have to do as per your business requirements. Say in the purchasing, you need one additional form, okay, which you can use to capture some additional information related to the client business process. To develop new form, new function. So in case of SaaS, that is not possible. If you want to develop some additional functionality, okay, so in that case you have to just go and manage with a PaaS service option only.
Okay, and for SaaS and PaaS, what is the operating system that Oracle provides us?
The operating system, this they will be providing the Linux all the time. Okay, here
Okay.
just whatever they provide we'll be using. We don't have an option to choose, because in SaaS and PaaS we don't have option. If you go with IaaS, yes, we have option. You can choose what you want. You can install operating system into server environment, and within that you can have applications, and you can have a complete control. Any other questions, please?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Lakshman, yeah, Lakshman.
yeah, please.
If we develop any custom forms and custom forms in the PaaS model, so the data it will go for the reporting purpose.
If you develop any custom functionality,
Okay.
see, when you say functionality, Yeah, definitely the functionality means to capture some data. When you are capturing the data, you will maintain the data in the database. Against the data, if you want to do reporting, yes, definitely that would be available. Since there is a custom functionality, you have to develop the custom reports also. That's how.
Because because in the report development all the existed report, that means tables are available.
Hmm.
If you are creating the new tables in the PaaS model, so that tables will be available for the reporting as well.
Yes, yes, yes. Should be available. Otherwise, there is no use, right? So any.
That's fine.
Yeah, yeah. That is possible. That is there.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Any other question?
Uh, in SaaS model, you told that the report customizations can be done.
Yeah. Yes.
Um, so, is it going to be stored in the database, or how is, I mean,
Yes.
when
Yes.
we have
It will be stored in the database only with respect to uh, the report which you are creating. See, it's all about when you say report and all, you are going to fetch the data from the existing tables only. The report definition will be stored whenever you submit from the based on the query which you return. For the report data will be fetched online. That's all.
okay,
Yeah.
thanks, Laxman.
Thank you. So, any other questions, please? Fine. I have one more slide to more detail about this information. See here, the same. Just I'm presenting here SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. When you look at SaaS as the virtual server, what information will be having? We'll have application, security, database, operating system, virtualization, server, storage, network, data center. These all will be managed by Oracle only vendor. If you take example as the service provider is going to be Oracle, then definitely our one vendor is Oracle only. So managed by vendor. If you are going to take the SaaS option from Oracle, this all will be managed by Oracle. So you will not get any control on any one of these objects which you see here. Just will be using primarily just you will be connecting to the application you'll be using as we discussed. And if you go with the PaaS model, so you can manage it by you as a client. You can manage your application, what are the application subscription you taken. You'll get the full privileges on that application where you can go and do the modifications, or you can develop new applications. And the application stack you will have access, where they'll provide the platform to manage as per your business requirement. If you go with the IaaS model, you'll get a control on this application security and a database. Okay, for all these area, you can manage as per your requirement. The rest, all these will be managed by your service provider, say Oracle. So this is how you can have a very detailed information, but it's more technical. We don't need to understand. Hope this slide is enough for us to understand what we should know as a part of this different of services which are available. Okay, fine.
In this slide, the operating system is also managed by vendor in IaaS.
Sorry.
In IaaS model, even the operating system is managed by vendor. I'm just trying to understand my
See here,
um,
here just different options are there. See, this is the actual slide which says, so just only server, or else if you are going to take, if you don't want to take the risk of managing the operating system and all that, you can give it to your service provider. Two options are available. So
okay.
that is you can find the difference between these two slides. Basically, server they will provide if you request them. In case of Oracle, this is how it happens. It's a very generic models which are applicable for any cloud service providers. So that's what this slide says. So general practice. But in case of if you are going to take Oracle subscription for specific fusion applications, normally in case of Oracle, they'll just until unless you request for them for a different see, if you are going to put a lot of other application installation also into the server, in that case you can ask them to get the privilege on the operating system. For that there will be additional charges. Otherwise, in case of Oracle fusion cloud application, the operating system also will be managed by Oracle only. This slide very just exclusive our Oracle related, and this is a very generic. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Fine. Any other questions, please? Fine, done. Now let's talk about on-premise and cloud. If when you talk about EBS, okay, as a EBS, when you in EBS, most of the clients are using on-premise solution. If you go with on-premise solution, what are the advantages and disadvantages? First, let's look at these few points. In case of on-premise applications, these are the points we have to consider. Capex upfront investment. You have to invest a lot to just you have to buy the server infrastructure and you have to get installed, and that is the first point which you have to consider. Other one is customer owned upgrades and patching. When you go with your on-premise servers, so that means you have to buy all the server infrastructure and you have to get the technical team and they have to install. You have to take complete ownership and you have to ready to bear the risk. But when you go with the cloud, so Oracle will take care of everything, just you can take rent base. So you don't need to buy any server infrastructure. If you go with the cloud applications, cloud service from Oracle, you no need to, in this case, infrastructure you have to buy. In cloud application, when if you go with the cloud services, you no need to buy the infrastructure. So here, once you buy the infrastructure, you have to take the license for the product. In case of cloud applications, you no need to take the license for single application, just you have to take the subscription based on the number of users. Okay, the other point is, if you go with on-premise, since you are going to have your own dedicated server in a specific location, you should have a technical team, and if any upgrade required, your team has to involve in the upgrade activity, and if any patch need to be applied because of some bugs or to add some additional functionalities or if any reason, your team has to involve. The upgrades and patching should be done by the client team. But when you talk about cloud application, upgrade is going to take care by Oracle only. And when you are using that application which you take in subscription base, if you see any bug, okay, which Oracle cloud support is going to report, this is a bug, so and so patch need to be applied, we no need to take the responsibility of applying the patch. The patch application also will be done by Oracle DBAs in case of cloud. Another one is data centers and hardware cost involved, disaster recovery and all. Yes, we have to definitely uh, take some service. You have to deploy your service and so and so data center support. You have to take in this case. Everything Oracle is going to take care of here. The costly customizations here, the process they simplified, and annual support cost. There are many things involved, and outdated software resulting in missing business benefits. Since here no upgrade but latest functionality available, so this is how the client can enjoy if they go with the cloud applications. It's all about just they have to choose what they need, then they'll start using. The rest will be taken care by Oracle. This is all about the slide says. Okay, so this is how it is different. But when if you go with on-premise, what is a great advantage? You can do customizations. If you go with on-premise, you are taking the product license, you are installing in your own server, so anytime you can do whatever the customizations you want to do it. Another point is the data security. So everything is going to be in your own server, you don't need to worry about data security. When you talk about cloud, so here in cloud also, depending on the option which you are choosing, okay, you can do the customization. Okay, if you don't need any customizations, you can go with the SaaS option. Okay, so that flexibility anyway we have. And when I talk about data security, okay, Oracle is going to take care of all the data security. Again, within the cloud we have a different cloud options also, but those we don't need to understand. Those are like public, private, hybrid, different cloud options we have. But generally as a consultant, these are the 3 points we have to understand. What are the model we are going to use for our client, SaaS or PaaS or IaaS. Okay, so this is the point we have to understand. So the other a few more slides I mentioned here, the technology related changes just between this EBS and Fusion applications. When I talk about servers in EBS, as we know, we use Oracle Apache servers, but in the Fusion application there is no more Apache servers Oracle is going to use. They are using WebLogic servers. As we discussed, there are many products or many technologies. There are many server technologies also Oracle acquired. So from their acquisitions, they are using the different servers or some technologies or different products. And when you talk about GUI, graphical user interface, in EBS, just everything will be managed with the forms. If you see in the release 12 or 11i version or release 12, so most of the functionality is built with the forms. And in few cases, few functions, okay, few functionalities are built with the JSP. So if you see in our SCM case, supplier creation and customer definition, a few other definitions can be managed in the JSP page, Java server pages, nothing but web pages. But in the Fusion application, the complete functionality throughout the application are built with ADF. Okay, ADF technology. So you are not going to find any form based forms within the Fusion application. Everything is web page, which is built with the technology called as ADF, application desktop framework technology. And when you talk about workflows in EBS, the workflows related, if you want to write any kind of custom logic or any changes you want to do for seeded, so you can manage with the PL/SQL. But in the Fusion application, for any workflow customizations, we'll be using the language called as BPL. BPL stands for Business Process Execution Language. And when I talk about reports in EBS, we have XML publisher reports. Now it's a Fusion completely BI reporting. And when I talk about analysis, in EBS we have a discovery reports, and here we have OTBA, Oracle Transaction Business Intelligence reports. Okay, and other the functional changes to address in EBS to have access to any function. If any user is going to work on any application, the privileges you can provide through responsibility concept, but Fusion that is totally changed. So similar to responsibilities, we have a roles concept. Through roles only you can manage everything. In EBS, the approvals will manage with AME, Approval Management Engine. Now AME is replaced with BPM, Business Process Management, where you can write the approval rules as per your requirement in the very simplified manner. Okay, and data conversions. In EBS, the data conversion should be delivered by technical resource, technical consultant. But in the Fusion application, being a function consultant, we can do all the data conversion. They simplified by using FBDI templates, file-based data import templates. We'll be working on all this. So setups and configuration. When I talk about EBS, if you want to do any application setup, you have to go to the respective application related responsibility. From that responsibility, you can do the respective setups. But in the Fusion application, that they simplified, any application related setup you can do from one place, that is FSM, Functional Setup Manager. Okay, from Functional Setup Manager, any setups you can do, okay, as the implementation is required or specific solution is required. And other changes here, application related changes between EBS and Fusion application. When I talk about applications in EBS, financials, HRMS, projects, okay, this is how the classifications we have. When you look at Fusion applications, so financials or SCM is remain as SCM only. HCM, this HRMS we are calling as HCM. The projects we are calling as PPM. The EBS SCM we are calling as SCM only in the Fusion application. There is no change in naming convention. And in EBS we have basically only one database, that is Oracle database. And in the Fusion we have two databases. One is Oracle database where transactional data will get stored, and we have another database called as S-based database. This is a basically Hyperion database. So to store the balances information which will support for reporting. Okay, so when we are working on SCM, this doesn't comes into the picture, but generally if we are going to work on GL reporting, there you can see the usage of S-Space. S-Space can be used for reporting purpose and budgeting, planning. For all these purposes, we'll be using the S-Space database only. That information completely will be stored in the S-Space. And system administrator in EBS, by using the system administrator, we can perform the different tasks like users creation, responsibility creation, assignments, menu customization. The similar all the activities you can do in the Fusion application by using security console. In Fusion application, by using security console, you can create the users and you can create the custom roles you can define as per your business requirement. You can do the assignment, you can give the certain privileges to specific user as per their job in the organization. And other very important point is Fusion architecture, how the architecture we have in the Fusion application. So basically we have three-tier architecture here. So when you talk about EBS, we have applications and a database. The applications are tightly connected with the database. Based on the operations which you perform, directly the data will go and store in the database. But when you talk about Fusion applications, between the applications and database, we have another tier called as middleware. So as a part of in application layer, we have same all our applications, SCM, financials, PPM, CRM, HCM, all the applications. However, we have applications in EBS in the same way we have. And middleware, we have a security console where we can manage the application access and users and security. And other one is BPM, business process management, which you can use for approvals. And UCM stands for universal content management. That means this is the one of the component which we have as a part of middleware. This we can use for data imports and exports. And SOA stands for, these comes under some functional related activity, functional job. When we are working as a functional consultant, definitely we'll be touching the security console. It's a mandatory. Without that security console, you cannot manage any security. So BPM, yes, definitely we'll be working on BPM to set up the approvals. UCM also, when we are going to load the data, it can be master data, transactional data as per data conversions. We'll be using the UCM only. Through UCM only, we'll be loading the master transactional data into targeted application. And SOA stands for service oriented architecture. In Fusion applications, if you want to do any third party integration, generally we'll be using the SOA. Through SOA only we'll do the third party integration. In case of EBS, if you want to integrate any third party application, say with the purchasing, directly you can build some interface. So say you have XYZ application, that application you want to integrate with the purchasing, EBS purchasing. Now directly you can write a sub interface and you can do the mapping, field mapping, and with the help of technical team you can do the sub interface. Then that's how the data can flow from third party application to directly to purchasing or inventory or OM, any other application. But in the Fusion application, direct connectivity you cannot build. So anything you want to do through SOA you can do. Here only you can write all the mapping and on just certain controls how you want to manage that interfacing. That could be inbound interface or outbound interface. Anything you can do through SOA only. That's how we have a solution. And BPL, business process execution language, if you want to do any customizations to your BPM, business process management, where you will manage the approvals, will be using this language. By using this language only, you can do the required modifications against BPM related to workflows. So these are all security console, BPM, UCM, SOA, BPL, all they kept as a part of middleware, since these all will control the respective applications usage or relevant process or any third party integrations. So that's the reason these all are there as a middleware which will be administrating many things. And when you talk about database, we have Oracle database and S-based database. And Oracle database to store the transactional data, and S-based database generally is used as a part of GL only. So primarily to store the balances information. S-base will support multi-dimensional cube reporting. So in case of Oracle, we have a tables. In Oracle database, we have a tables. When you look at S-base database, you don't find any tables. All the data will stored in the cubes. Okay, cubes. Okay, in case of Oracle database, will have a tables, and again the tables, some it follows relational database management system rules. But in case of space, there won't be any table, just cubes. But still the cubes will support very flexible and faster reporting requirements. So this Hyperion, Oracle acquired one of the product they given for reporting purpose in the Fusion application, which will be part of GL, that will support GL reporting. Once data flows from subledger application to GL, against the data you can prepare the reports. Okay, just for information, in if you have idea, in EBS, as a part of GL we have FSG reports, financial statement generated reports, that got replaced with the S-base related Hyperion S-base Hyperion related FRS, financial reporting studio functionality they introduced, which can be used for reporting If you want to use that functionality, you should have this database. That's the reason they just kept this SBase as a one of the database in the Fusion application to support the financial reporting. Okay, so this is another point to understand. And when we talk about enterprise structure, we know what is the multi-org structure in EBS. In EBS, we have a business group. Within the business group, you can have a primary ledger. Under primary ledger, you will have a legal entity. Under legal entity, operating unit. Under operating unit, inventory organization. But when you look at enterprise structure in the Fusion application, this is what we can see. The top level, there is no business group concept in the Fusion application. You can see enterprise. Under enterprise, you can have a divisions. Under divisions, you can have primary ledger. Under primary ledger, legal entities. Under legal entity, we can see business unit. The OU, operating unit name, they replaced with a business unit. Just they change the name. And under business units, we'll have inventory organization. So when you talk about EBS solution, we can have one or multiple business groups as per a business requirement, how you want to manage the HR information. So you can have one or multiple business groups in EBS, but when you talk about Fusion, in top level we have enterprise. For one instance, you can have only one enterprise. Okay, if one client is going to use one instance, they may use that instance for in one country or multiple countries, but for one instance you can have only one enterprise. If client is going to manage the business in the multiple countries, if they are going to use the solution for multiple countries, so how they can manage country specific HR related information, for that we have a separate concept called as LDGs, legislative data groups, where they can manage their employee and payroll related information country specific. Accordingly they can define the definitions, but enterprise would be only one for one instance. Under enterprise you can have a multiple definitions which would be country specific to manage your HR, payroll and other definition. Anyway, and we talk about finance or SCM or any other application which will be standing at BU level, so those can be managed with a BU concept only. And again, legal entity concept remains same, and the primary ledger concept, everything, inventory, everything remains same. And the other point is divisions. What is the use of divisions here? So when you talk about division, so specific vertical of business you can define in the system as a division, or specific geography, some geography area you can take as a division. That's how you can just have a division also as a part of your enterprise structure. But until unless you are going to have a division as a part of your chart of account segment, there is no use. You cannot do any reporting. You can just, if you are not going to use the division as a part of your chart of account, just you can have a division as a part of your organization enterprise structure, which you can use in other aspects, HRMS and or say PPM, project portfolio management, the project organization hierarchies, reporting. For those aspects you can use. Otherwise division you cannot make use of it without taking into chart of accounts. In case of SCM or in finance, okay, say you have a enterprise structure where you have a division concept, but that is not there as a part of your chart of accounts. So in that case you cannot take the advantage of division when we are recording the transaction or when you are generating the reports across SCM or financials. Okay, so that can be used in other areas of solution, that could be HCM, human capital management, or PPM. If you want to take the advantage of division concept, that should be part of chart of accounts. The same to represent as a part of enterprise structure. Enterprise level also you can have a division, but finally the division concept is optional in Fusion application. So the mandatory definitions should be enterprise, but for every instance you can have one enterprise, that by default Oracle is providing it. So enterprise level you can set all the controls how you are going to manage your HR and payroll solutions. It is not going to reflect in our SCM or finance related business solutions. Okay, so this is what we have to understand when you talk about enterprise structure in the Fusion applications. If you have any questions on this, please. Any questions here, please?
What is the major difference between EBS enterprise structure and Fusion enterprise structure?
So do you know EBS multi-org structure?
I mean, yeah, we'll have ledger at the top, and then legal entity, and you have your business units, operating units, and then under that you'll have your inventory organizations and sub inventories.
Yeah, sub inventory doesn't comes under multi-org structure,
Yeah.
so it will get stopped with inventory. Within the inventory, we can have sub inventories. Within sub inventories or across, you can have
Yes.
locators. That's different. So it's the same. Like see, so in EBS we'll have a business group. So similar to that, here we have enterprise, and under business group we'll have a primary ledger. Here also we have primary ledger, but one more step we have here, that is a division. So from here rest remains same as a EBS. So primary ledger, under primary ledgers will have a lease in EBS. Here also same. Under legal entity will have a operating unit in EBS. Here the same name they change to business unit. Under business units will have a inventory organization, EBS or fusion. This all will remain, but only here this place in case of EBS will have a business group. So here no business group concept. Here we have enterprise. With under enterprise you can have a equal to business group concept. You can have a number of definitions as a part of HCM solution, which we call as LDGs, legislative data groups. I'll take you through that because we have to define that to create the users in the Fusion application. So
Okay.
slide you can understand if you are aware of multi-org structure. It's very simple.
Okay.
Yep. So this is how we have enterprise structure in the Fusion application. Division concept is optional. Any questions here, please? Okay, fine. No questions. So just I have a few slides here to take you through the look and feel of our application. So it's a navigator where you can access to any application related functions. And this is the home page, or you can these icons and all you can call as springboard icons. The same this you call as navigator page also, but reality here, if you click on here, the navigator will open. It's a completely web-based application which is built on ADF technology. So this is a supplier creation page. Of course, in EBS also the supplier definition is completely web page. Here also it remains same. Here when you create the supplier, will create the supplier profile and supplier address, supplier site, then contacts and the qualifications. So here just when you in EBS, when you create the supplier site, will be providing the address and will be giving the name for the supplier site. But here that definition they differentiated. First you have to create the address, then you can create the site. That's how just the definition wise they made some change in the system process, but the concept wise it remains same. There is some advantage to avoid the duplication. We'll discuss on that. And this is a purchase order creation page. So when you look at this purchase order creation page, here you can the right side you can have all the information like process requisitions, import requisitions, view, manage orders, create orders, generate import orders, and agreements. What are the different agreements you can create here? All you can see here. You can have a search option, and here you can generate the reports. Okay, so just you can have a lot of information the same page. You don't need to switch from one to other pages, and it's a very I can say it's like a single user interface where you can manage everything in the same place. That's how it's everything is connected. So just for information, this is a sales order creation page where you can create the sales orders. Okay, so that's all. Any other questions, please? Okay, if you have any questions on this today's discussion.
Just one question,
Yeah, please.
maybe. Yeah, I mean, major difference between the Fusion architecture and the EBS architecture. What would be the difference? Yeah, we have gone through the Fusion architecture, but
In EBS, we don't have any middleware concept. Okay, so everything directly will be connected to the application. But here, if you want to connect anything with a Fusion related application, that should happen through middleware only. And any kind of any security uh, anything related to our application security, everything should be managed within the middleware only. Through middleware only, all the privileges given to the applications or certain functionalities or for users or any business process, everything will be controlled and managed by middleware only.
Okay. And in EBS, it was all
Direct,
managed at
direct.
that.
They return the complete programming and everything, application level only.
Okay. Okay.
In Fusion, what happens is if you are trying to do something, it that the request, the privilege, it will be just submitted to middleware components. There, within the permissions only, the system will allow you to perform any activities in the system. In EBS also we have system administrator, but that is there as a part of application. There is no the platform called as a middleware, which will manage more granular level security and many other interfacing concepts and all.
Okay. And we can see that we can have, I mean, in middleware, if we have to
Wherever it
understand.
is applicable, wherever it is applicable, when you are working on our SCM applications, definitely I'll take you through and we'll look into that. So when you talk about certain objects here, whatever I mentioned, one second. So the security console, it's a part of middleware, and BPM middleware, UCM middleware. When you are working on this, just we have to understand those are part of middleware. Apart from that, we don't need to do anything. Just for information, I'm sharing. So
Okay.
nowhere you see the screen as somewhere written as it's there in the middleware. But if you see the documentation or if you understand how things works here, so this is what we can get.
Okay.
Yeah, when you're working, we'll connect to that, but those are reality, those are part of middleware. But whether that is a part of middleware or application, nowhere Oracle is going to write in the instance environment. Just we have to take that point, that's all, for our understanding.
Okay.
Yep.
And as a functional guy, you don't have to really do anything with respect to these, right? Anyway.
No. Just whatever required, being a functional consultant, on which middleware objects we have to work, what level of information we should know, what we should be able to do, that will be covering in our classes. Beyond that, anyway, we don't require and we are not going to cover.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Lakshmi.
And one more point here, when I talk about middleware in the previous versions, now we are going to work on the latest version, release 12. Prior to this 12, whatever the versions we have, 11, 10, 9, and all the other versions, we have access to some other middleware tools also called as APM, IDM. So now we are talking about the security console we can use for users creation, roles assignment, custom roles definition and all. But this is applicable from this current version. The previous versions, these all activities will be doing from the different applications called IDM, APM. That IDM and APM applications are part of middleware. Now totally they stopped accessing those middleware components from release 12. Whatever you can do in those components, they provisioned to do from security console only. So anyway, that point, it's applicable for very previous version. So still previous version is applicable. From current version, the game is changed how we'll be managing the security. It's completely from security console.
Okay.
Yeah. So any questions?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions, please?
And we will be shared these slides, right?
Sorry.
We'll be provided with the slides,
I'll be
whatever we
sharing
have
the
discussed.
recorded video, but not these slides. Only you'll
Okay.
be getting the videos. These slides I prepared to take the training, not for any other purpose.
Okay. Okay.
If you want to
Okay.
understand, just anyway, you will be having video with you. The same slides are there, part of that video. You can play and you can look into that. If any queries or anything, definitely we can discuss the next session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I was wondering, like, for quick reference, it will be good than going through the recording, right?
Yeah, I can do that, but people are using for different purposes. That's what our experience in past. So we stopped sharing.
Okay.
They are presenting somewhere.
I get it.
Okay, so
Oh, no,
hope you can understand.
no problem. I totally
Yeah,
understand. Thank you.
thanks.
Yeah. Okay. And how about the instance access, Lakshman? Can we get the instance access? When can we expect instance
Once
access?
we
And
start with the system related classes, we'll be providing instance access. So still we are with this some points to understand, right? So maybe
sure, sure.
tomorrow also we'll discuss a few more points, and tomorrow session also would be a similar session on few more other areas, because these things really we have to understand before we start with the system. So
Yeah.
tomorrow session also we'll talk on few more points which really require to understand before getting to the instance. From the fourth session, today's session is second, and the next session. Once we're done with third session, from fourth session we'll start with instance. So once we start with the that fourth session, we'll share the instance credentials for our practice.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
And we don't expect the classes over the weekend for 2 days, right? Or, I mean,
weekdays, Monday to Friday.
okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So any other questions, please? Fine. If no questions, we can wind up the session for today. Any questions from anyone, please? Fine. Seems to no questions. Okay. Then that's all for today. Okay. Thanks for joining the session. Catch you on Monday. Okay. We'll talk about few more concepts uh, before we start with the system. And third session also will I'll take you through the few more areas of understanding. In the fourth session, we can start with the system user creation. That's how we'll go forward. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.